Hi, my name is Auntie Jemima. I'd like to welcome you and welcome you back to the Talk Corner. If you're new here, the Talk Corner airs every Friday from 10 a.m. And at the Talk Corner, we talk about anything and everything. And when I say anything and everything, it is anything and everything that affects us, you the audience, myself, and anything that also will benefit myself and you the audience. Anything I get nice that I think is worth sharing, I'll share with you. So karibu sana. Today's topic is everyone's journey is different. Alright, so when people tell you that your journey is different from the other person, or when you hear this saying a lot of times, I think you should take it seriously. And I've always taken it seriously, and it started in college. I studied accounts, and I remember when I did my section 2, it was part 2, yes, section 4, part 2, section 4. Almost all my friends who we studied together with, almost all my classmates had gotten jobs. And I was feeling left behind. I was starting to feel like I'm not good enough, because that's the thing most of us start feeling, that you started this journey with a few people, a few of your friends, and yet they have gone a step further. Do not hate yourself because of that. Do not feel like you're going slow. The thing you need to understand is everyone's journey is different. And actually, when they started working, I stayed for a very long time without securing a job. And it was actually one of my friends who actually hooked me up with my first accounting job. And then from there, now it's also been a journey. Now come to now content creation and media and the public life. When I also started doing my videos online, I started doing them alone. I was just setting up my phone somewhere and shooting the videos. And I would do nice, funny videos. You've all been here to witness the growth. And I started wondering, why isn't anyone noticing me? Why isn't anyone giving me an endorsement? And my main aim, and this is the other thing we need to also be very keen about, is why you started something. Why did you start maybe cooking? Or why did you start that daycare? Or why did you start that music career? You need to always remember why you started. That will keep you going. When I started doing videos, when social media came, I did my first video so someone can notice me and put me into radio, because I always loved radio. I wanted to be a radio presenter from when I was a very small girl at Udhiro Genesis School. And I knew from then I wanted to be behind the microphone, talking to someone, telling them things, and just, making sure I get their attention. So when I did that first video, I stayed there. It was a long period of time, because I remember my first endorsement came after 1 year. But I got the first radio job 1 year later. I got my first endorsement and my first radio job 1 year later at Radio Africa Group. I'm happy today I'm there, but it has also taken a journey for me to get into radio now full time, to get a full contract with Radio Africa. And even then I compared myself to other social media influencers and social media bigwigs who had started their journeys, and yet they were getting endorsement after endorsement. I remember seeing Jugush doing, every video he did back then was an endorsement. And it wasn't a small endorsement, it was endorsements from huge, big corporates. And then I was there just beating myself up thinking, Guy, it's because I'm doing my craft in Kikuyu that people are thinking I'm missing out on the other audience. And I remember one time I went and told Jeff Kuria, man, I am quitting. And for a period of, I think 6-7 months, I just went quiet. But he kept telling me, you need do those videos, it will come. And yesterday I read a quote somewhere, actually updated it on my status, and it said, you cannot be interested and inconsistent. So later on, I gave in to pressure, and I continued doing the videos. And I'm happy to report that I got my first huge endorsement, and after that they just kept coming. By the way, the moment you work for one brand, I think it kind of gives other brands trust in you, in your craft, and they keep coming. So where am I going with this? I wanted to just let you know that your journey is different from someone else's. Your journey is different from even your brother. Even the most identical twins have different journeys. Just remember why you are on that journey, why you started. That is very important, and where you're going. Because along the way, you will meet people who will want to partner with you, but you're the sole carrier of the vision that you have. You're starting this, for example, when I started Auntie Jemima Creatives, I knew where I wanted to go. And even now with these Talk Corners, I know where I want to go with this. So I always remember why I started the Talk Corners and where I want to go with that. And so when you bring people along your journey, you need to be very, very careful not to be swayed along to non-vision carriers. There are people who will come along as spectators, and there are people who just come along because they want to be associated with your brand. You start your soap making company and you have your friends who will tell you, oh, let me do this for you, let me do that for you. And then they don't take it seriously, or they start doing these things, and then you start wondering where you went wrong. No, you did not go wrong. It's because you're not carrying the same vision with them. So always remember why you started, and always remember you're the vision carrier of your brand. The other thing is, there's a quote that people use mostly on social media, and even when you're talking, unaambiwa kaa kwa lane yako. Stick to your lane means that you need to remember, again, your journey is different. In this country, we have people who are very well connected. Kuna mtu hawezi kaa bila job, by the way. You have friends who will never stay without money. You have friends who they'll want to start a project and they know exactly who to call. Maybe they're family members, maybe they have friends who know somewhere, and they'll kickstart. We also have people who who have very well laid backgrounds from their families. There are people who will just, I need to give my dad a call because I have this project in mind and I need to start it ASAP. So those are people whose backgrounds are very well laid, even when they are stuck somewhere financially. And I'll speak financially because anyway, that is why we wake up every day to go look for money. We wake up every day to go get something to give us a good life. That is why I'm actually doing this video, so that I can also get some tunes from YouTube or from brands that will come online. So it's very clear that when you have a very good foundation from your family, your journey is totally different from someone else who has zero foundation, zero connections. There are people who, by the way, just have to make their way to where they are going. There are people who have to start from zero, work their way, get disappointed, find their own capital, work hard, have sleepless nights. And then there are those who are well connected, have very nice family backgrounds, and then there is you, probably, who's watching this video, and it's okay. I always say, oh, and there's another group that is lucky. By the way, there are people I have met and they're just lucky. People use the term God's favorite, and sometimes you might believe it is because kuna mtu ataamka leo kwambia, I have this idea and I need to do it. Remember, they have no connection, they have no family background, but they're just lucky. Today they come, they set up one TikTok, one YouTube, one Facebook, one Instagram video, shoop, and brands are calling. And then maybe there's you. There's you who, again, like me, who will have to take a long time, 1 year, 2 years to get your first endorsement. But if you remember why you started, then you will learn how to stick to your lane. So stick to your lanes, know the difference, know where you stand. Don't go sherehe every weekend with people who are vastly connected in this country or people who have very good backgrounds. And I have nothing against sherehes. I'm just saying, tujijue. Wewe jijue mahali uko, wewe binafsi. As you work hard every day, as you make your brands, as you make your music, as you make your comedy, whatever it is that you're doing, just remember where you are as a person, what you need to propel you, and that way you'll be safe. You will not have pressures in this life. You will not start thinking, but why is Auntie working with this brand and they have not contacted me yet? But why is Naomi getting so many brands yet? We are doing almost similar things, yet she's not getting, she's getting more than what I am getting. So always remember that we are on different journeys. And once you remember that, I think you'll be on a very smooth, yet what? You're self-aware of where you're going, why you started, and what your intentions are with your brand or with whatever it is that you're doing. And one last thing is that when you're given a chance to work for someone, when you're given a chance to work with someone, make sure you add value. Make sure you also get value from someone. Don't just be you don't know what you're doing there. You're just there to be seen. There are people who are just there to be seen. But always make sure you're adding value. Even when we are looking for people to come in on set, I always check the value I will get as a production, and I always check the value I will give to this new addition that you're getting into the group. That way, even at some point, you'll find the production or the brand or the company you're working for not wanting to let you go. Sorry, because you're adding value. All right. If you're not adding any value, you can be replaced anytime, any day. So always remember that. So everyone's journey is different. Stick to your lane and remember why you started. I think that's a very important thing to learn in life. And remember, there are two. Are they two? There's this saying that says there are two important dates in everyone's life: the day you're born and the day you find out why. And this day, because when you're born, you're a child. You actually don't know much. But the day you find out why you were born, the day you find out, or the day you find your purpose in this life, man, you will even be very consistent and very happy, and you pursue whatever it is that that you love. And I admire growth. I admire when you can check someone's trajectory, when you can tell this someone started here, they went here, they're now here, they're going here, they got stuck hapa kidogo, but they didn't fall back down. They waited, they did what they did differently, and then now they are there, and now they're going there. Once they reach their stagnation, they're looking for something to pop, to make your brand pop, to make your craft pop, or your company, or whatever it is that you're doing. So I admire that. I don't know what you think, I don't know what you admire, but I always admire steady growth. That way, you can always be sure that even when you're stuck somewhere, you know what it is you've done down here that did well. So you know whether this is what I need to add, or to do more here, or reduce this, or this is what I did well, so I need to put more effort here, or look for an expert who can advise you on that. Sawa. So thank you very much. As you go into your weekend, please remember why you started. Please remember everyone's journey is different, and stick to your lane. My name is Auntie Jemima. Have yourself a beautiful weekend. See you next Friday on the Talk Corner.